And it always bothered me as I was raising my children, seeing the opportunities that they have and their friends, that 1 in 5 children in America lives in poverty, that 1 in 5 children in America goes to sleep hungry at night. How could it be in this, the greatest country that ever existed in the history of the world? And so that urgency just drives what I do. And that is to build consensus within my own caucus, establish priorities that are in furtherance of having our country live up to its promise of equal opportunity for all. I consider myself sort of a weaver with a loom, where I'm taking all the threads of my members and the strengths that they bring, many very different, geographically, generationally, gender-wise, ethnically, philosophically, and finding our common ground together. So it's not that I am imposing on them, it's what we agree to together, and we may not always have unanimity, but we do have consensus. That's kind of what I learned growing up. I also learned, when I was born, my father was a member of Congress from Baltimore. When I was in first grade, he became the mayor, and when I went away to college, he was still the mayor of Baltimore. And the one thing I learned in growing up in that household was you have to have the votes. It's all interesting, it's all inspirational, it's all motivational, but you have to have the votes. And so I learned how to count. And I always love to tell a story of a little boy who's in a classroom, and the teacher says to him, "What is 1 and 1?" He says, 2. She says, "What is 2 and 2?" He says, 4. She said, "Good." He said, "Not good, perfect." So that's what we strive for, to get what we need to complete to have the oneness, the integrity, to get the job done and find common ground in doing so, to reach across for common ground, and that's our responsibility.
Well, and so what intrigues me is in your book that you wrote, you say something along the lines of, it wasn't expected, you were the only female of 6, is that correct?
There were 7 children, 6 boys, 1 girl. I was the youngest. One of my brothers died when he was a little boy, so I was raised with 5 older brothers, but with the idea that I was the 7th child, the only girl. And no, it was not. I didn't have any interest in politics, to tell you the honest truth. I just wanted to be a 50s teenager, rock around the clock, Elvis Presley. And I wanted to